he's going against, but you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Working from the gun. Wentz. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Really solid coverage from the current NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Also had an interception in that game a week ago. And it was fun to watch him in practice this week, wasn't it? To see how he understands spacing and when the ball's arriving, which hand to put out in front to try and knock it away. And he just exhibited it on that play. Another shot from the 9. They go back to the ground with nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd. And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. And when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Makes the score Eagles 3, Saints nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense. And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts. Well, I know one thing in baseball, you want to have your closer, right, to finish off games. How about finishing off a season? Last week, Week 16, he was the NFC Offensive Player of the Week as he looks forward to this one here to close out the year. And, of course, he'll have the playoffs to look forward to. Already clinched a berth there, but indeed a great Week 16. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And the numbers for Latavius Murray last time out. 12 carries, 62 yards. And they've already clinched the playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress. Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand. Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet. Holding offense. So take away the long touchdown. It's a cruel game sometimes, partner. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 2 makes it 30.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Vontae Maddox. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he stopped immediately there.
Sanders.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the line of scrimmage.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Hurts. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. On the return, Harris. Well, that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
21-yard line.
Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Pardon is not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the 1st round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Darren Warley. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. On the return, Deontay Harris. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And he'll need to put that interception out of his mind quickly because between the field goal and the pick six, they're already looking up at a 2-score differential.
And isn't it interesting that a lot of the time when we talk about having a short memory, we say that's a defensive back, right? Got beat for a touchdown pass, throw it out. Quarterbacks have to do the same thing. They make a mistake, come back and be the best quarterback you were before.
A gain of 4. It's now second and
they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Saints, nothing.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now this time he'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the...
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Flushed out right. He's going to run again. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down, brought down the yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Throwing is Hurts. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now back to work for Miles Sanders and the Philly offense. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
A gain of 9.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Wynn's going to try and throw on 3rd. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is Harris. 39-yard punt about 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
For a seat.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make the play on the football.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Number 28.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, it's Murray. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Hurts. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Brings up 4th and 1.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They're going to run it with Murray. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Murray. Takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Latavius Murray, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it culminates with a Latavius Murray touchdown run.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. As we know, they had the chance last week, Charles, to lock up the division. Couldn't do it. Now it all comes down to the final week of the season. But once again, they control their destiny.
And that's a good thing. But I wonder about mindset, because you mentioned they had a chance to lock it up last week, didn't. Are they bringing extra pressure to themselves now? Even though they control their own destiny with a win, now because they didn't get it done before, will they be even tighter as they approach this game?
And right now fighting for everyone. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Wentz now on first down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Gold is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
Eagles 13, Saints 10.
Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team. And they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
At their own 29-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. Listen,
it's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, and it's the Panthers who are out in front. The Panthers trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they trail as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. DJ Chark 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Hollywood Marquise Brown, a touchdown reception. In our game, it's been Carson Wentz with a strong first half. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Second down. Here's Hurts. Smith catches left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
10 at the 48-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 10th carry of the game now. Murray. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Murray, the ball carrier.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Complete to Hill. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
A 7-yard.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to run to do that, they'll find a way to take it when they can all the way to the end zone.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, Murray. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
looking to throw. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. Make this a 4-point game. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Zach Ertz and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over. And we roll the highlights of the game he's had. You know, when we talk about wide receivers and how you shut them down, what about when you have a tight end like this having a game? How do you stop him defensively?
It really changes what you're trying to do, because defensively you're worried more about the wideouts. Okay, how are we going to cover them? The running backs, how are you going to shut them down? But the tight end is that elusive, unique player. Linebacker cover him, quarterback cover him, safety covering him. Always has the advantage. Usually has final answer against anyone who tries to defend him.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
At the 29-yard
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Wentz now on 1st down. That'll be caught. Rager with him. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Complete to Jalen Rager. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the Saints, 42
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jalen Rager was the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Right back to Sanders on first down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
24-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Gain of 6.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On the play.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Going for it with Sanders. Before they get it in. 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Working from the gun. Wentz. He's got him. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Touchdown.
Braxton Berrios with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Now Gold for the extra point.
Point after.
And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Here's Harris to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Latavius Murray getting set to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
43-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll throw on 1st down to Hurts. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Back at the 37-yard line.
as they come to the line. They will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Hurts, sack.
Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Normally, being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half, they give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Got a man. It's Barrios complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Wentz to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Wentz on to give to Sanders. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Sanders.
3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
A lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wentz. Being chased out left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Sanders. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From midfield, here's Wentz. Over the middle, he gets it to Berrios. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
5 yards on
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he connects with Ertz. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic 1st down.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Time to ground it out now with Murray. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll buy some time right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And some space here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Murray. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Murray, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
At the 38-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Saints, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.